Here in studio of chemistry, we have my guest, Madam Eunice Reri. We also have some students and a Dr. Eric Maruku. They are here to tell us more about chemistry. They are having a good day about chemistry and the launch of the movement by the name Chemistry Ambassadors Movement, which aims at promoting performance of chemistry in the school, IGUMORI Secondary School. Karibu, Madam Eunice. Feel free, tell us maybe how you came up with the idea to start the movement and what inspired you.
This Chemistry Ambassadors Movement was to instill a positive attitude towards the learners so that they can post a good performance in chemistry. And so far, so good. I've seen it work very well. Yeah.
Chemistry?
Sure.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Maybe student, you're welcome to introduce yourself and tell us what department you hold in the movement.
Okay, I'm Yaga Jacqueline. I'm a vice chairperson of Chemistry Ambassador Movement.
Okay, I'm Cornelius Mugend, the chairperson Chemistry Ambassadors Movement.
Okay, I'm Rita Wakio, the secretary of the Chemistry Ambassadors Movement.
Oh, Jacqueline.
Yes.
What would you want to become when you grow, or maybe when you grow up and when you study chemistry, and why maybe you love chemistry? Do you have a career related to chemistry?
Yes.
Which is?
I would like to be a pharmacist.
Wow, you would like to be a pharmacist as our guest speaker today. Thank you. Cornelius.
Okay, on my side I would like to be a teacher teaching chemistry.
Cornelius want to be a teacher of chemistry like Madam Eunice. Inspire many.
Yes.
Wow, that's good. Joyrita Wakio.
Okay, I would like to be a neurosurgeon.
To
be a neurosurgeon.
a neurosurgeon, that's great. You want to separate, say amiss, and do marvelous, do wonders in the field of medicine. That's a good dream.
Maybe before you continue, our host, I would like to ask my officials here to tell us some of the activities we engage in the Chemistry Ambassadors Movement to boost the attitude and why we called the name Chemistry Ambassadors Movement. So Jacqueline, maybe you can take us through some of the activities that we are doing, just briefly.
Okay, some of the activities that we are doing so that we can motivate students are presentation during the assembly days, and also we are doing many practical during weekends, like on Saturday, and also we are creating our own patriotic songs and poems. Yes.
Cornelius, you can maybe take us through why we named our group Chemistry Ambassadors Movement. What does it represent and all that?
Okay, the reason as to why we named this our movement, that we gave it the name movement instead of a club, is because we have seen many clubs just forming and afterwards they just collapse, and now we found it good to name it as movement, simply because movement, even after Form 4's leave, it still remains in the school and others can continue the same, and it shall help many in school.
So Rita, maybe take us through, tell us why chemistry is important and why we are preaching all this gospel about chemistry.
Okay, as far as chemistry is concerned, we can just look at the students who have ended up having struggle in choosing their careers after Form 4. So we found it necessary to motivate the students so that they can love the subject, and maybe the careers that they have to pursue are pharmacy, education, and also engineering. And we have found it necessary that we motivate them so that by the end of Form 4, they may not have struggled to get their careers. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Eunice and your team for visiting the live TV IGUMORI. We have our guest who will going to grace the occasion, Dr. Eric Maruku. Kindly greet us and you also see something about chemistry or pharmacy, and maybe why you would tell us to take chemistry.
Yeah, it's an honor to be here today and to champion for chemistry. It's the field that we all love, and it's the field that our daily lives depend on chemistry. So it's a big honor, and it's good to see the young people, teachers mentoring the young people, and so that they can enter and be in the field of chemistry, which our whole lives depend on. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Thank you, Dr. Maruko. We expect a change in the society because you have decided to share the light to the society through young scientists who wish to take chemistry and thinks that chemistry will take them far. Thank you for visiting Live TV Gumori. Thank you. Welcome. Enjoy chemistry with us. Chemistry is everything. We eat chemistry, we drink chemistry, we talk chemistry, we sing chemistry. Chemistry, chemistry. Thank you, chemistry.
Kipenzi chetu hatutaiacha milele daima. Kemia kipenzi chetu hatutaiacha milele daima. Tutakomboa kemia, ni somo letu tukufu, tumebadili mwendo daima. Tumeanza mwenendo mpya daima. Sifa nzuri za kemia daima, mtu anayejitahidi daima. Wanafunzi, kemia kipenzi chetu hatutaiacha milele daima. Wanafunzi, kemia kipenzi chetu hatutaiacha milele daima. Na ukipenda kemia ujichangane na wale wanaeneza uchumi daima. Sikwamba kemia ni ngumu daima, hatutaki mchezo na kemia daima. Wanafunzi, kemia kipenzi chetu hatutaiacha milele daima. Kemia kipenzi chetu hatutaiacha milele daima. Nikimaliza shule sitasahau kemia na nitabaki mkemia daima na milele. Kemia kipenzi chetu hatutaiacha milele daima. Kemia kipenzi chetu hatutaiacha milele daima. Nikimaliza shule usisahau kemia, naomba mbaki wa kemia daima na milele. Kemia kipenzi chetu hatutaiacha milele daima. Kemia kipenzi chetu hatutaiacha milele daima. Ukimaliza shule usisahau kemia, naomba ubaki mkemia daima na milele. Kemia kipenzi chetu hatutaiacha milele daima. Kemia kipenzi chetu hatutaiacha milele daima.
As to why we are here. So we are saying that all these things, it's all about chemistry. It's all about what? Chemistry. It's all about chemistry. So chemistry ambassadors movement started as a dream which I formed in my mind some years back. So I kept thinking about it, meditating about it without sharing the vision with anybody. And there came this one day that I shared the idea with my colleague teachers in chemistry, that is Mr. Makao and Mr. John Kalunge. and they gave me a go-ahead to form the movement, and I got the opportunity to register the students across all the forms, that is starting from Form 2. So I was able to get a number of students from the classes that I teach who assisted me to get the names of students who are interested in joining the club. So we understand that those students who scored a meaning grade of C in chemistry, that is Form 1 and 2, or C minus in Form 2 and 3C, and C minus for Form 4 should register. But it came up that even those who had not attained that grade were interested, and they also registered with the aim of improving. So Chemistry Ambassadors Movement was officially formed on 22nd of October 2022, where we held our first meeting in the dining hall. In attendance, I had 51 students, which was a very good number, and I was really impressed, even from the expression of the students, the happiness they had on their faces, and the positivity that they were showing. That is what propelled me more, because I was saying that even if I am able to get 10 students who are much interested in chemistry, I will be happy. And now see, I got a whole 51 students. So in the meeting, we agreed on several issues. The first thing was to come up with the name of the group, and we thought of calling it Chemistry Ambassadors Movement due to various reasons. We had a thinking like we can call it a club, but we were like, so many clubs have been formed, but they collapsed within no time. So we thought by calling it a movement, it is going to stand the test of time. And up to this moment, we are optimistic that Chemistry Ambassadors Movement will remain even when all of us will be gone. And the name ambassadors, an ambassador is somebody who represents a country. So those who are the members in the Chemistry Ambassadors Movement should serve as the representatives of the subject to take the gospel to the rest of the members, the good message about chemistry. And so far, I'm impressed because I'm seeing us making quite good progress. And the other thing we did in the meeting, we elected the officials who will be working hand in hand with the patron in order to serve the interest of the students, because we agreed that the movement should be student-centered. So I'll be introducing the officials as I conclude my speech. We also agreed on the activities that we'll be carrying out, like having some meetings. We used to meet on every Thursday. In the meetings, we can have discussions, we can have the interclass competitions, or we can also have one student teaching the other student a certain concept. And we also we are coming up with patriotic songs in praise of chemistry, like you'll see in the presentations that you are going to have after this. And then we also agreed that we should have the t-shirts branded in the name of our group, that is Chemistry Ambassadors Movement. And I think you can see them. And those students dressed in those t-shirts are very smart, and they are written in a message that is going to motivate other students to bring their positive energy towards chemistry. All this we did because I felt that the performance in chemistry was not good, and it is all because of the attitude that the students have. So by forming the Chemistry Ambassadors Movement, we are able to reach many students. The out-of-class activities that we are doing are motivating very many students, and they are coming up very well. And myself, I've seen the fruits of the Chemistry Ambassadors Movement, because for example, in the Form 4 class that I teach, there were those who seemed not to be interested, but at this moment, they are coming up very well. So I would like to say that I've seen the importance of it all. The main aim is to instill the positive attitude towards in students towards chemistry, so that they can take time to revise the subject and get good grades. So as far as the t-shirts are concerned, one t-shirt goes at 500 shillings, but there is a subsidy which was made by the principal of 100. So as a student, you're supposed to pay 400 shillings, and the principal will pay the 100 shillings. The other thing, we also agreed that the members will pay a subscription fee of 100 shillings, and as at now, 57 members have registered, which is a very good number. Again, I appreciate for that. Mr. Waneke, I'd like to appreciate for the support you have accorded us. Since the day we formed the movement, you've been very positive, and that one has assisted us a lot. So I want to give the vision, mission, core values, and the slogan of the Chemistry Ambassadors Movement, and they are all written here on this banner. So the vision is to give students a unique opportunity to experience chemistry beyond the classroom, because we engage students in activities that enhance their understanding of chemistry and also help them appreciate the role of chemistry in our everyday life. That is the vision. The mission, it provides opportunities for social interactions among the like-minded students and a setting outside of the classroom for the exchange of knowledge and ideas relating to chemistry. It also aims at fostering a positive attitude among the students, which would in turn lead to improved performance. Our core values are determination, honesty, self-drive, teamwork. And our slogan is determined to shine in chemistry. Because of this, we are doing, thank you, we are doing to ensure that we see some improved performance. I know it will take some time for some to come along, but at the end of the day, everybody will be able to come along. So as I conclude, I want to ask you, those who are out there, those who are not inside the Chemistry Ambassadors Movement train, to come along and join us. We are a very great group, and we are coming with a big force.
From 118, ready to present a poem entitled The Periodic Table. Welcome. The periodic table, the chemical element table. First, there is hydrogen, which is used for rocket propulsion. Then there is helium, which floats balloons. Then there is lithium, which is present in battery cells. Then there is beryllium, which is toxic and forms sweet salts. Then comes boron, which is found in every household. Now comes carbon, which forms millions of useful carbons. This is the periodic table, the metals and non-metals table. There comes nitrogen, which is present in living gas and explosive. Then there is oxygen, which sustains life. Then comes fluorine, which prevents dental cavities. Then now comes neon, which makes bags grow red. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm Joan Mungeli Tuwe. I'm going to present about airhead compassion. First of all, I'm going to introduce my
Michael Murangeli.
Olive. Air is a mixture of oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, noble gases, and water vapor. I'm going to talk about rusting. Rusting occurs mostly in salty areas and acidic environments. And we have ways that we can prevent rusting: coating, alloying, painting, and oiling.
Planning long time ago. We postponed it sometimes last week, and now we're having it today. I would also encourage students to also start the other movements in the other branches of science, that is physics and biology. We are not limiting ourselves to chemistry alone, other of all the sciences. Every day you wake up, you take chemistry, you eat chemistry, you take bath, use water, use soap, you drink water, you brush your teeth, you use toothpaste, you wear your clothes, go to class, you get there, you find there are books, pens, and everything. Basically, we say chemistry is very essential in meeting our basic needs of food, clothing, shelter, health, energy, clean air, clean water, clean soil. Just try to imagine if all those things that we use today were not there. We are just interacting. You have no clothes, you have not taken bath, you have not done anything. Just imagine how life will be without chemistry. It plays a very important role. Only that you have not taken time and think about it. Today, we say, every time you come here in Form 1, we ask you, what do you want to be in the future? Majority of you will say, I want to be a doctor. I want to be an engineer. Then the story ends there. In Form 1, in chemistry, you do very well. In Form 2, things start going south. In Form 4, by the time you're in Form 4, you just say any grade can do. But it is important, you know, that we need these engineers, we need these doctors, we need these pharmacists, we need food technologists. Where will they come from? They'll come from you, because you belong to the next generation. So today we are congregated here to highlight the basic roles of chemistry in society. You can remember some times back when we had the corona menace, it took the whole world went to a halt. Why? Simply because we could not find the cure for corona. The whole world, nobody could move. People died. Chemistry is very important. Recently, food production has gone down. There's no rain. Scientists have tried to come up and think about how you can be able to solve that. Maybe if you young scientists engage in a very serious research and do cloud seeding, then we will have artificial rain, and then we will have no problem in food security. We can go on and talk about the role of chemistry, but we will never come to an end.
gradation of atomic and ionic radius. The atomic radius refers to the distance from the center of the nucleus to the outermost energy level in an atom. And the atomic radius increases down the group. This is due to the increase in the number of occupied energy levels as you go down the group. The ionic radius also increases as you go down the group, and this is also due to the increase in the number of occupied energy levels in the ion. For example, there is sodium which has an electron configuration of 2.81. There is potassium which has an electron configuration of 2.881. Thank you.
I'm Margaret. I'm going to take you through the comparison between atomic radius and ionic radius. Atomic radius of alkaline metal is larger than ionic radius. This is because during ion formation, alkaline metal receives one electron in the outermost energy level. Therefore, atomic radius of alkaline metal has one more energy level than ionic radius. Example: sodium atom is occupied by 3 outermost energy level, and sodium ion is occupied by 2 outermost energy level.
I'm Emmanuel Monana. I'm going to take you through the physical properties of alkali metals. First is the physical appearance. The alkali metals have a shiny metallic cluster when freshly cut. However, the surface tarnishes faster. The reason why it tarnishes faster is because it reacts with air. The second is about the ease of cutting. The alkali metals are soft and easy to cast and easy to cut. This is due to the decrease in the strength of the bond. The third, the melting and boiling point. The alkali metals have relative low melting and boiling point. This is because the metallic bonds are weak. The fourth is about the electrical conductivity. This is due to presence of delocalized electrons. Thank you.
My name is Selma Omar. I'm going to take you through about the reaction of alkaline metals with water. When a piece of sodium is placed in a trough of water, the following observations are made. It melts into a silvery ball. It darts on the surface of water. It produces a hissing sound. This due to the production of hydrogen. When a red litmus paper is put in water, it changes to blue. Thank you.
My name is Sharon, ready to take the reaction of alkaline metal with oxygen. Lithium, sodium and potassium. Lithium, sodium and potassium react more vigorously in air. Potassium is the most reactive and lithium is the least reactive. When sodium is exposed, it reacts with moisture to form sodium hydroxide. Then sodium hydroxide reacts with carbon dioxide to form sodium carbonate. Sodium burns in air with yellow flame to form a yellow-white solid, which is usually sodium oxide. Sodium burns in air enriched with oxygen to form sodium peroxide. Then potassium reacts then potassium burns in air with a lilac flame, which is usually potassium oxide. Thank you.
My name is Angelique, ready to take you through reaction of alkaline metals with chlorine. Sodium is lowered to chlorine gas to form sodium chloride. the metal reacts with sodium to form corresponding metals. Lithium reacts more vigorously with chlorine, while potassium reacts much more violently with chlorine than sodium. The reactivity takes place by increasing down the group because of the atomic radius, which leads to increase in loss of electron in the outermost energy level. Thank you.
My name is Colin Sowiti, and I will be taking you through the uses of alkali metals and the compound. Out of the uses, I will be measuring with 3 uses only. So number 1, lithium is used in the manufacture of special high-strength glasses and ceramics. For instance, the glass is used to make plates and cups that we use in our house. Number 2, sodium vapor is used to produce the yellow glow in street lights, where the street lights are used in big cities such as Nairobi. And number 3, sodium chloride is used as a food additive, where sodium chloride is used as a common salt. Thank you.
I would like to say that the idea of having this movement in this school is long overdue. And just like God spoke to Moses and wanted to send him to go and bring his children out of the land of captivity. And Moses stood and said that he felt he was not fit for the responsibility of the job. He felt inadequate. And he was telling God that he's not the type of a person who can give a fluent speech. He was a stammerer. But God told him that despite all those challenges, he still wanted to go ahead and use him. Madam Eunice, that idea struck your mind some times back. And I thank God because you did not give up on the idea. I want to appreciate the science department. I want to appreciate the science teachers for choosing to go ahead and actualize the idea. From the curriculum office, Mr. Wawire, Madam Anne, and Madam Salome in absentia, we want to pledge our support. We are going to support you, and we believe that we are getting to Canaan as far as the sciences are concerned. God bless you. I wish you well.
Sasa niasikidaleti na kutulia tuli. Tumekuja kwa furaha tukiwa na jambo zuri, kwa kuwa mlipende somo la kemia. Tusome ili tuwe madaktari wa kuwatibu wagonjwa.
Tumefurahi kwa kuwaona ndio mnalipenda somo la kemia. Haki marafiki zetu, taomba mtusaidie kuelewa somo tuweze kuwa kama nyinyi.
Si ngumu, itabidi mjitahidi. Sisi tutafurahia ili somo la kemia. Mje sasa tuwafunze ili mfaulu.
Asanteni marafiki zetu kwa kuwa na vizuri kutusaidia somo hili. Tutasoma na kulipita. Tuwe walimu waliopatikana.
Hayawi mshauri. Tafurahia na kushangilia. Wito wetu kuingia kemia kuimarika. Wana kidato cha 3 ba tosema pantosha pampisha.
Okay, I'm Jerita Wakio, Form 4A, ready to present a topic on nitrogen and its compounds. Subtopic, the AMBA process, large manufacture of ammonia, large-scale manufacture of ammonia. The raw materials are nitrogen and hydrogen. Nitrogen is obtained by fractional distillation of liquid air, and hydrogen is obtained by as a byproduct of cracking of long chain alkanes. And then we have the optimum conditions for the minimum manufacture of ammonia. First, we have 200 atmospheres. And then we have temperature of, pressure pressure of 400 degrees Celsius. And then we have the pint iron catalyst. This is to increase the surface area for the reaction. And then we have the mixture of nitrogen and nitrogen. This is mixed in the ratio of 1:3. And then it is purified to remove the impurities that may otherwise poison the catalyst. The impurities are carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, and dust particles. And then the mixture of nitrogen and nitrogen is first. And then the mixture of hydrogen and nitrogen is mixed between the temperatures of 200 degrees Celsius and 500 degrees Celsius, and then the temperature is maintained in the catalytic chamber by 500 degrees Celsius and 200 degrees Celsius. And then the iron catalyst is used. The reaction is exothermic, and the temperatures are sustained by in the catalytic chamber. The hot mixture of ammonia and gases that have not reacted. It then passes into the heat exchanger for cooling. Thank you.
Everyone considers them as the simplest subject. No one ever says that chemistry is hard. We started teaching Form 1, till now we are studying it. Everything has to run very well, for we must pass in chemistry. And everything has to run very well, for we must pass in chemistry. We promise the school to do better in chem. We will walk away from rumors and we don't to be coward. We don't have to fight to win them. Everyone has his own interest, but what you can see. We will stand firm to protect it. We will fight until we have them. We promise the school to do better in chem. We will walk away from rumors. And we don't need to be coward. We don't have to fight to win them. Everyone considers us the warriors of chemistry. We will win the battle and excel till we reach our destiny. We promise the school to do better in chem. We will walk away from rumors. And we don't need to be coward. We don't have to fight to win them.
Vijana furaha gani ya kuita wana kemia vijana.
other invited guests, colleague teachers, and our dear students. Good afternoon.
Determined to shine in chemistry, our dad of excellence.
Thank you. I love that. We are assembled here with an aim of launching our chemistry ambassadors movement. An idea which was born by one of us is on the idea to us and we found it good. The aim of all this is to assist you excel in chemistry. We are here to tell you that it is possible to do this chemistry and solve some of the societal problems we have. We are here to tell you we made it in chemistry. Others have made it. It is possible, our dear son, our dear doctor, to excel in chemistry. When I was seated here, I have reflected back in my education. One, I want to tell you that I was an ordinary student, like any other. A student who has failed in some exams, a student who has been sent to go and get parents because of poor performance. I've done that. A student who would be sent home to go for this, and at some point and forget about education and go to take care of our animals in the field, having forgotten secondary education. But despite all that, it came a point where I made a resolve and I decided to work hard in education. I think my seriousness in education started in Form 3. And from that time, I enrolled for a pure class. Then in our days, you would do physical science or pure science. I opted for pure sciences. That is mathematics, physics, and chemistry. I took the 3 of them. And I did well, as far as chemistry is concerned. But the truth is, the 3 of them I got A's. Not because I was born bright, but because I decided to work hard. And also, because there were some tasks I used to be given at home, and I was not good at it. Talk of farming. I hated farming. Talk of looking after cattle in the field. For sure, I hated that job. And the only way I would run away from that is to excel in education. I went to university. I chose education by choice. I did Bachelor of Education. And I did, in first and second year, I did 3 sciences, 3 subjects: mathematics, physics, and chemistry, which was a rare combination. Because the TSC, with education, we were only required to do 2 subjects, but I opted to do 3. With chemistry, I did all the possible chemistries in the university. All the analytical chemistries, which were not being done by education students, all the industrial chemistries, I did them and I passed. When I left university, I think I wanted to get rich fast, and I realized that the only way I would get rich fast is if I venture in the line of finances. I forgot about chemistry. But before that, in the university, I used to work in the industries. I've developed formulas for insecticide. One of the chemicals was called Johnson 8. Another one was called Raid. Those were my brainchilds. I developed formulas for those chemicals in a company we used to call Johnson Wax. And it is a company which took care of much of my university education. But on graduating, I decided that this route, working in the industry, it will take me long to become rich. And I wanted to become rich fast. So I went into finance, section. I joined a microfinance which was called KDEP. With not KDEP but BIMAS. I started with BIMAS. BIMAS was being supported by Plan International. Up to today, if your parents are members of BIMAS, the credit model they are using up to today, that credit model, I developed it. And then many other companies adopted the same, like Kenya Women, KDEP, and the others. Then I realized that the money I was chasing after, I was not getting the money fast. By then I encouraged to be a manager. Being very young, so I crossed over to Naninda, which I was, rumors were that they were paying very well. And I got some good money. Good money when I was very young. It became a point whereby in the late 90s, my salary was 68,000. Basic salary, 68,000. My salary was higher than the salary of the DC then, because we used to go and present in the DC. But an idea came to my head that I was not born being a finance officer. I decided to do that which I like. I came home and told my people that I want to join teaching. Teaching. They could not believe it. Leaving all these privileges, the cars, motorbikes, and the others. I told them yes. I want to do teaching. At that point, I think we had agreed with my wife. By then I was married. And then something you can confirm. So secretary, she applied for a job. And she only wrote application in 2 places. To Nyangwa and to IGUMORI. Fortunately, I got IGUMORI. Those days we were being paid February, but I was not surprised because I left a salary of 68,000 and that's basic salary without allowances. I left a salary of 68,000 and I opted for a gross salary of 27,000. Yes, I left a salary of 68,000 basic and I opted for a gross salary of 27,000 and I was happy. As a teacher, because I was doing that which I liked, I did well. When I look back, I'm happy. I produced doctors in chemistry. Not doctors in the line of daktari. Yule mtu amesoma, akapata first degree, we call it bachelor's degree, akarudi kwa masomo, akapata master's degree. Many of us we have master's degrees, others are pursuing it. Akarudi kwa masomo, akafanya PhD to get a doctorate degree. And majority of them, they are on the line of chemistry. One of them I'm proud of is Elias Kifuti. He is a leading lecturer in Harvard University, where he did his doctorate. And when you talk of Harvard University in USA, it's the best university you can ever dream of. The other one, Michael Madori, has done his doctorate degree. Yes, Michael Ngari Madori, could be a relative to one of you. A doctorate degree in the University of Texas. And the list is wrong. Those students have handled. As a teacher and a principal in this school, I've been thinking, how can we elevate the performance of chemistry and other science subjects in this school? Because sciences, they are such important subjects to students and to societies. In the past, our students from this school, I remember there were some years we would even beat Nyangwa in chemistry, to emerge as a best school in the sub-county. And maybe position 2, 3 in the county. Those brains are still here. I believe we can get there. My promise is I'll support this club or this movement, Madam Eunice and your team, to the best of my ability. And when I talk of my ability, I extend the ability of the school to my personal ability. To start with, I think personally I have not met you, but the cameraman is not just a cameraman. He is Mr. Befa, a good friend of mine, a teacher in Gatondo Secondary School, and a very strong teacher as far as KSF is concerned. That KSF is the Kenya Science and Engineering Fair. And this teacher is among the few who had directed or produced a project which went all the way to the nationals. We were with him, I supported him, and we enjoyed at the national level with the students who are presenting there. Maybe before I invite the guest speaker, Madam Eunice, with your permission, allow me to invite Bwana to say something and maybe tell us how they do it up there and whether there's anything, any advice he can give us to uplift the standard of chemistry in this school. Bwana Mbeva, ama mlikuwa mnaona tu cameraman? Wewe unichalia nguvu.
Good evening. Okay, my name is Dominic Mbeva, a teacher of chemistry and agriculture in Gatondo in Embu West. So in our school, we use the project learning. Whereby students who project called KCF, we give them a project based with them you have in your school in alkenes, alkynes, organic chemistry. Whereby give them a project to present on the day for the contest for the standard school. So I think you can try that one. Have the project in different topics and you compete. For example, in paper 2, we have a periodic table, periodicity. That is the first 3 topics in form 2. You can compete form 4, form 3, and form 2. Then the basic class, they are given a award. That is what we do to compete internally in our school. Also, we have a form 4 and form 3. They can compete some of the topics. Like, for example, we have 3 sisters in form 3. That is sulfur, chlorine, and hydrogen. So, the form 4 and form 3 by term 3, they have the same ability and they can compete favorably. Are you together? So, just embrace chemistry is one of the career subjects, and most of the courses, they rely on chemistry as one of the core in the cluster. For being blessed.
Thank you, Panabeva. And that's an idea you have been given. Mr. Macau, our HOD services, I think we can embrace that. We have our own contest, interforms, or even in the classes. Panabeva, once you get to Katondo, pass our greetings, continue fraternity, and to your students. Now, this gesture, I want us to stand up. Let's stand up. I want the guests to remain seated. I want us to stretch. Stretch a bit. And then I want us to invite our guest speaker in this way. When I say 1, stretch your hand like this. Your left hand. When I say 2, stretch your right hand like this. When I say 3, expand. When I say 4, close. Now let's write. 1, 2, 3, cross. Thank you. Our guest speaker, welcome and address us.
Actually, it's an honor to be here today. I have seen a strong culture, and I'm proud of what is going on here right now. The culture that is being built here. Mr. Mwaniki, this is a very good work, and what you are nurturing, probably we will see the results in the next 5 years kuendelea. I think there will be huge results, and I'll be a witness na nitakuja hapa kuambia. This will be huge. Leo nimesoma mengi pia. Imenikumbusha mengi since my high school days, the Harbour process, hiyo yote. So, my name is Dr. Eric Marugu. Usually I start with a bit of introduction ndio nikuje kwa jina yangu. My name is Dr. Eric Marugu. I've done Bachelor of Pharmacy. So I'm a pharmacist by training. Currently, I work at Nila Pharmaceuticals. I deal with drugs. Yeah. My daily practice is about drugs, and drugs is chemistry. Well, my love affair with chemistry started long time, probably around 20 years ago, over 20 years. Yeah. My brief of life history, I was born in Maua town, that is in Meru County. I went to school in Meru, joined high school in Nairobi, Lenana School. I did the 3 sciences actually, and my life has been a life of success as well as failures. But I thank God that we are here today. We can share testimony that despite the challenges, despite the failures, the successes have been huge, and that's why we are here to share and to encourage the students, because we know we are going far. Sindio? Yeah. So I went to Lenana School, and later I joined Jomo Kenyatta University and did Bachelor of Pharmacy. I have worked in several places. I've worked at Madare Hospital. I have worked at Dawa Life Sciences, and that is where manufacture of drugs takes place. That is one of the companies in Kenya that manufactures drugs. So hapo ni chemistry kila siku. Then currently, as I said, it's Nila Pharmaceuticals. In high school, that is when I developed the strong liking for chemistry, and there's a time in Form 1, yes. There's a time in Form 1, my friend visited me. It was a visiting day. Na alikuja, hakuniuliza nimepata results gani. So akaniambia, I don't care chenye umepata, sijali. Chenye tunataka kujua uko sawa, nikuelezee. Akanielezea 1, 2, 3. Akaniambia, this is how you do it in sciences. Before akuje, I think nilienda Form 1, then kulikuwa na kind of a shock that sikuweza kuperform vile nilikuwa na perform ikiwa primary, due to various reasons, and one of the reasons was confidence. Ilikuwa imeenda chini. confidence ilikuwa imeenda chini. Kwa hivyo nilijipata napata marks kidogo in sciences, especially in sciences. So my friend hapo anajua chenye nimepata, but alikuja tu akanielezea, and then that is the time that I gained confidence. And Form 4s and Form 3s wenye tuko hapa, there is one secret that my friend told me. Akaniambia that if you want to do well in sciences, in chemistry particularly, mathematics, then you have to be strong in several areas. For example, let's say in chemistry, kama ni organic chemistry, then you do it thorough, such that ikiletwa swali ya organic chemistry, you know, organic chemistry, this is my strong point. If it's in mathematics, for example, kama ni probability, watu wa Form 4, unajua hii probability lazima nitafanya hii. So you have to specialize in various zenye uko strong kabisa. You are finishing touch. Sasa ndio mnaenda kumalizia Form 4s. For the others, in chemistry you have to build the foundations. Now, foundations of chemistry. For example, I'll ask one question. Mtu wa Form 3. The first 2 topics in chemistry, Form 2 book, yenye mnatumia ni gani? One of you, I know mkono. Mtu wa Form 3. The first 2 topics, mtu wa Form 3, mmoja. Form 3? Yes? Yes? Again? Another one? Form 4? Yes? Good. Karibia huku mbele. Umesema ni gani?
Structure of the atom and the periodic table. That's chapter 1. Chapter 2 is chemical functions.
Very good. Shika hii. Yeah, you will do well. So, niko na zawadi nyingine ya kupeana. Hii ya green. Nani anataka? Nani anataka? Nani anataka? Wewe unataka ukuu umekaa chini. Imechukuliwa. Imeenda. Hiyo imeenda hivyo.
Mimi nataka na nimechukua. Mbona wewe unataka na uchukui?
Mwenye anataka lazima usimame ukujie. Effort. Hauwezi sema unataka kuwa daktari na umekaa tu. Chemistry, lazima utafanya chemistry vizuri. Lazima utasoma vizuri. You have to give it time. Na hiyo attitude ya kusema for example chemistry ni ngumu and all that, hiyo yote uliwekewa na wale watu wenye hawako wanataka kusoma, wakakwambia ni ngumu, lakini wewe ukisoma unaona ni rahisi. Kwa hivyo the first thing is you break the barriers. You break the barriers, then you go for what you want. Nani anataka?
Wewe imeenda hivyo tu kwa
usome chemistry hivyo hivyo, sio? Good.
Jodo picket. Utaki. Back to him.
Well, now in chemistry, when you pursue a career in chemistry, you'll get that there are many choices of careers. Ukiingia kwa chemistry yenyewe utapata kuna many choices. You can do a lot of things in chemistry. Apart from being, for example, in medicine, a doctor, you can do a lot of other things in chemistry. You can even be a chemical engineer. You have had the role of chemistry in our society. Everyday life, kila kitu in the food industry, kuna chemistry. Kila mahali you find that it's chemistry. You might want to do a career in quality control. Quality control ni wale watu wana check the standards. They check the standards. For example, let's say a certain product has been produced in an industry. Those who check that if it's up to standards, ni watu wa quality control. So chemistry has a range of choices that you can venture in. So kwa hivyo, if you want to expand your scope, chemistry should be your thing. Chemistry should be your thing. Niko na zawadi ingine. Nani ataniambia chemical engineer anafanya kazi gani? You can just try. Yes. Deals in chemicals. A good trial. Yeah, you? Now, a chemical engineer is one that ensures that the marketability of products and their usefulness. So, deals with chemicals is right as well. Swali ingine. This one you have to get it right, sasa. To get this one. There are 26 letters in the alphabet. For periodic table, one letter haiko. In the periodic table, kuna one letter of the alphabet that is not there. Yes. Another one? Another one? Another one? Aya. Wacha tutauliza swali lingine. It's J.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, Allah. So
basically, to conclude this, I'm happy for the culture that is developing here. Hizi presentation zote. Asanteni kwa kunifunza pia. Na mtu wa mwisho nitapea hii. Ni mwenye ataniambia, apart from dispensing in a chemist, who is a pharmacist? Apart from kuniambia ana dispense in a pharmacist, what does a pharmacist do?
Mama.
Yes. Supplies drugs. Another one.
Sells medicine.
Sells medicine. Hiyo yote. Very good. Now, for those who want to pursue a career in pharmacy, there are wide areas. Unaweza fanya kwa hospital, an hospital setup. Unaweza fanya kwa pharmacies in the community setup. unaweza fanya in regulatory affairs, wale watu wana approve zile madawa zinakuja. Unaweza fanya in an industry, it's a whole range of many places. You can even do in a logistics company ya kusafirisha vitu, bado maneno mingi. Yeah, teaching, yes. For example, lecturers in chemistry, for example, chemistry teachers, all that. Now, the final thing. School captain. School captain.
He is Sai.
Asimame.
Bado hajapishwa. Alishapishwa.
Karibia.
Baada ya chakula kiaponi bado Jerika kuna si awanafanya sasa mimi si mimi nipige lakini nimekuwa sasa ni pende hapo hajapishwa hiyo ndio wanapewa natural kama classic one natural unaona natural hiyo class unaweza nani class lakini kai hiyo ya
thank the Almighty God for the far He has taken us. Seeing us this far, I'm seeing a lot of grace. Because there was a time I didn't know. I was really not sure whether we will get at this point. So for the success of this day, we owe all the glory to the Almighty God because He has seen us through all this. I would like to sincerely thank our able principal for the support he has accorded us. Like I mentioned, since the time we began the Chemistry Ambassadors movement, and since the time I mentioned it to him, he has been very positive, even giving us the subsidy for the t-shirts, for the support for this day. Mr. Waneki, feel much appreciated. To our guest speaker, we are really grateful for seeing it important, coming and sharing with us. And I want to hope that these students have been motivated and the attitude is going to change once and for all. So our speaker feels so much appreciated and may God bless you abundantly.
Finding time to come to this gathering, I want to thank you, and also I would like to take this chance to welcome you to join the Chemistry Ambassadors movement. And finally, and not the least, I want to thank myself. Why am I thanking myself? Because I have withstood a lot of tests. Even when things were very difficult, when I felt like everything was falling apart, I did not lose hope. I remember there was a time the person and ordered the t-shirt from attempted to disappear with the students' money. I would have sleepless nights, but I could not share whatever the issue with anybody. But thank God, at the end of it all, he came along and delivered the t-shirt. So it has been a journey of ups and downs, but we have withstood, and that's why I'm saying we are going to stand the test of time, and the Chemistry Ambassadors movement will remain, and it will stand the test of time. It will remain even when all of us are gone. So to sum it all, nataka tuseme kila mtu abarikiwe with a song. Mnajua kile inaimbwa? Aya, tuanze. Tubarikiwe, 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 tubarikiwe sana.